Okay. Come on, YouTube. God, YouTube really sucks at loading, doesn't it? Alright, so. Gonna get the chat going. Just give me a second here. Gotta get it set up because it doesn't know how to work on its own. There we go. We're progressing, we're progressing. Turn the music volume a little bit further down. I haven't even started it yet, so let me get that going. Okay, I think it's working. I can't hear it, but I'm gonna hope it is. Hope it's quieter this time. Last time I noticed it was pretty freaking loud. Just turn it down on my headset a little bit. Alright, so, as the title states, I'm going to be doing Pokemon LeafGreen, but I'm only going to be catching shiny Pokemon throughout the entire thing. So that should be pretty depressing, honestly. Gonna take way too long, just absolutely way too long. So we'll see, see where that goes. Let me finish getting things going here. Should be good, I think. Oh wait, hold on. I don't. YouTube is screwing up. Give me a second. Let me make sure I got the right chat going here. Because YouTube is kind of stupid when it comes to all this. They threw me into an entirely different stream that didn't exist. So let's see here. Okay. Let me grab this chat. The correct chat this time. That way, if anybody has said anything, I can now see it. Alright, so we're good. We're good. Everything's set up. We're good to go. Gonna get this on track. So yeah, pretty straightforward. Just gonna be looking for shinies. I did decide to completely reset. I'm still going for Bulbasaur like I was last weekend. But I am going to be restarting. New counter. Like an actual timer counter, like timer there. Right, and then the count here. So ignore the 4,300 we were at last time. Not important. Fresh save file. Fresh everything. I've been rambling for a little bit. Let's just get into it. I did completely refresh. I wanted it to start purely fresh, as opposed to, you know, last week where I was using an old save file. So let's just do it. Let's just get into it. Gonna go with a girl, like I always do with LeafGreen. Gonna name her Kate, like I always do with LeafGreen. Oh, I forgot to start the timer. Oops, my bad. Let me get that going. Doesn't really count, I guess. Technically, we haven't started shiny hunting anything, but still, should probably have that. Where's the start button? There it is. I'm new to this. So, give me a little bit of time. We'll get the hang of it. It's gonna name him Blue. Pretty standard. That's right, I remember. Now his name was Blue. I'm such a senile old man. Nope, don't play with the NES. Alright, what am I doing? Press the wrong button there. Let me start by increasing my text speed, because that is terrible. Stereo. Give me the blue frame. There we go. Alright. On the right track. Gonna ignore my mother. She's not important. Hey, wait! Don't go out! There's shinies out there. I gotta find them, Oak. I am putting myself through this, and I'm going to have a bad time. I'm not the biggest shiny hunter in the world, even though that seems to be something that I'm doing a lot on my channel for some reason. But I'm not that into shiny hunting, right? So I assume this is going to go very horribly, especially since I'm using official hardware here, not emulation. So that's kind of why I have the timer. I'm curious about a few things. I'm curious about just how long this is going to take, for starters. I expect it to take well over, like, I would say minimum 150 hours to do all this. So this is gonna be a long. This is gonna be a long project. But we're here now. Start with first Bulbasaur. See where we go. But I also want to avoid most static encounters, right? Like, I think I'm going to, unless I want a Vaporeon, I think I'm going to avoid Eevee. I'm going to avoid Lapras. I'm going to avoid Snorlax, any of the birds, just any static encounters, really. I feel like I'll make a much more interesting team if I don't use those. Because, like, every time people do something like this, they always go for the static encounters, right? Like, there's so many teams that use Lapras because it's an easy water type, or Eevee because it's an Eevee, right? Or Snorlax because it's a bulky Pokemon that's generally pretty good, right? I want to avoid using any of those. I just kind of want to have something unique, right? Also, I'm going to have targets as soon as I get to the, grass and everything. I'm also avoiding Safari Zone. God forbid, I'm never touching that thing. I found one Safari Zone shining in my life and nearly had a heart attack trying to catch that thing. But it's one of those things where it's like, if I am looking for a specific shiny, right? Like, let's say that, for example, I'm looking for, I don't know what's nearby. If I'm looking for a Pidgey and I find a Rattata instead, then I'm gonna catch the Rattata and move on. I'm also giving myself certain limitations. That way I can continuously progress through the game. So, like, once I find the Bulbasaur, I'm not gonna look for another shiny until I beat Brock. Otherwise, I will spend way too much time in the early game, and I want to progress and catch things, later on through the region. So I think I'm going to do it, like, each time I beat a gym leader. I guess like semi-Nuzlocke rules, maybe? I don't know how Nuzlocks really work. But, it's like, once I beat a gym leader, then I can go out and catch a new Pokemon, add it to my team. What those Pokemon are, I haven't decided yet. All I know is I'm going to be starting with the Bulbasaur. And whenever that decides it wants to show up, we can progress. So we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out as we go. It just kind of depends. Like, do I want to look for something in Mount Moon? Do I want to look for something on, like, what is it? Route 5? I think? To the right of Pewter City? I think it's Route 5. So we'll see. We'll see where things go. What am I doing? But considering how long it took me just to get to, like, the last 4,300 encounters I had for this Bulbasaur, see, the Bulbasaur is a bit of a problem because there's a lot of text here. So it takes about 30 seconds every single time I want to shiny check it. Whereas everything else is going to go a lot faster. Unless I decide to, like, fish for something, which I probably will. See, one Pokemon that's kind of been on my mind is Starmie. I think having a shiny Starmie would be pretty cool. So that may be one I try to go for. But we'll see. We'll see. because like it's 30 seconds per encounter here, because I need to talk with Oak. I need to actually pick it up. Goes to the jingle, you know. Oh, you got your Bulbasaur. Would you like to name your Bulbasaur? You know, that kind of thing. And then Blue has to walk and pick up his Charmander, and then it's a lot. It's a lot of additional text that's unneeded. Whereas, you know, if you're finding random encounters, then you just see it sparkle, right? So we'll see. We'll see. The primary reason I wanted to, I guess, start with Gen 3, or not Gen 3, with Kanto specifically, is because I went through Gen 3 already. I have my shiny Torchic, or shiny Blaziken now. It wasn't a full shiny run or anything, but I did have a shiny starter that run. I kind of don't want to do that again right now. Not with Hoenn anyway. But we'll see. We'll see. Hey man, how's it going? I don't know how to pronounce your name. Weepush lover? Whippish lover? Whippish? Is it whippish? I don't know. But thank you for joining. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Looking for a shiny Bulbasaur right now. Trying to get some good stuff going here. But only 12 in. Only 12 in. Only 8 minutes into the entire run here. So we'll see how things go. But how you doing? Doing all right? I do hope that we don't spend too much time on Bulbasaur. I'm hoping we get lucky here. Like if the others take a long time, I think that'd be more tolerable, because that's just kind of running around in grass. Whereas Bulbasaur is going to take a while. Doing really fine, thank you. Pokemon Worlds Generation 1 is a good old classic. Do you agree? Oh yeah. I have plenty. I mean, I got plenty of Gen 1 games. I have a copy of Green somewhere on a 3DS, Japanese 3DS. I have a red version around here somewhere. Ah, there it is. I got a red version here. So I've been playing through that recently. Just finished it about a month ago, I believe. I also have Yellow. I may play Yellow on stream at some point. I think that might be kind of fun. Been a while since I played Yellow. And then I have all the Gen 1 and 2 games on my my old 2DS. Bought those before the eShop shut down, so that was cool. Still got those. But yeah, Gen 1's a classic. Like, it has issues, sure, but it's Gen 1. Like, you get what you can from it. Yeah, I'm still trying to decide what I want to go for next. So, like, I know the route after Brock has Mankey on it. I think a fighting type might be pretty useful throughout a run. But it's also like, if I find like a shiny Jigglypuff instead, then that's not that good. But it's like, it's one of those things I kind of gotta like figure out, right? Because if I go for something, I find a shiny instead, I'm just gonna take it and I'm just gonna go. Favorite Pokemon generation is Gen 5, and my favorite Pokemon is Electros. What's yours? My favorite Pokemon is Gen 3, or my favorite Pokemon generation is Gen 3. I just love the Hoenn region. Just everything about it is perfect, in my opinion. I also love the fact that, like, out of all the Gen 3 games, including the remakes, you have 5 similar but distinct versions of the games to play. And I think that's just really cool. So, like, you just never get bored of Gen 3, in my opinion. As far as my favorite Pokemon, I am very, very generic. Lucario is my favorite. Probably more specifically Mega Lucario, because I think that just perfects Lucario's design in every way. But very generic. Electros is a good choice, though. When was your first Pokemon game? It wasn't mine, but like my first Pokemon game was Red version. But it's the one that I fell in love with the most. Like, I played a lot of Gen 1 and a lot of Gen 2 as a kid. But something about the Hoenn region, I don't know what it was, but it was just, like, perfect, in my opinion. Like, Blaziken was the first, like, maybe not the first favorite Pokemon I had, because, like, Espeon existed in Gen 2, but it was the one that really just immediately said, yeah, this guy is freaking awesome. So maybe that's the reason. Maybe it's just because Blaziken's my favorite starter. So, you know, that goes a long way. But everything about Hoenn was just perfect. I think the one complaint I can have about the Hoenn region is that the visual removal of the day and night cycle happened there. And then they brought it back with Gen 4. Like, it was still there, you know, the whole clock and everything, but it just didn't physically show up in the game. So that's like the only downside I have with it, though. Other than that, they're perfect. I can infinitely replay those games. Gen 5 is up there, though, for me. Like, I don't know if it'd be my second favorite. It's kind of a fight between Diamond and Pearl and Gen 5. Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. So Gen 4 and Gen 5, I guess. Because I love the Sinnoh region. The issue is I don't like the roster you can have throughout it. There's just not that many good Pokemon to choose from. So my team usually ends up looking the same. Whereas Gen 5 has... I was upset with the Pokemon choices in the beginning, when the games initially came out. But as time goes on, I find myself liking them a lot more. So... I like Gen 5. Like, Black 2 and White 2 are some of the best games they've ever made, if I'm being honest. Like, just objectively speaking. There's more content in those games than practically any others, if not any others. I think the only one that really rivals it is maybe Heart Gold and Soul Silver, because they got the Battle Frontier as well as an entirely separate region. But that's just, like, there's so much to do in Black 2 and White 2 that they're perfect. And I can't play Black 2 and White 2 without playing Black and White first, because, you know, get the full story experience, right? It's also the first time they cared about the story, so that's like, you know, the story in those games were great as well. Whereas, like, you know, like, as much as I love Hoenn, I always like to rag on it because, like, when you break it down, it's really just two guys who have no idea how the water cycle works. And that's about it. They just want to cause Armageddon by just, you know, rain over and over again, which, sure, that sucks. But still. I'll grant you my shiny luck to help you get lucky so you don't have to worry about shiny Bulbasaur soon. I appreciate that. No, I need all the luck I can get. So I was shiny hunting Bulbasaur last week. But today is a little weird because this is where I've started. I kind of figured out through last week. I kind of want to do a shiny only run. I don't see a lot of people do this with Fire and Leaf Green. I see a lot of people do it with Heart Gold and Soul Silver because that's like the easiest one to start, right? Because you got 3 choices and it shows you which one's shiny before selecting your Pokemon. So that's like the easiest one to start. And then from there, they just, play through the game. But I've seen people do it with Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald a lot. I've seen a couple of X and Ys, surprisingly. Gen 5 might be a good one to do this in as well. I don't think I've seen very many people do black and white with shiny only. So who knows? Maybe that'll be next. Whenever I get around to completing this. Probably going to take like a year just to complete this run. But we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, but the main reason I want to do this is because I do want the shiny Bulbasaur. And I was going to go for it anyway. Push come to shove, I can always just, transfer it into my Fire Red, then transfer it into my Emerald, clone it, and then just progress, trade it all the way back, progress with my Ribbon Master stuff with the clone, and then progress with this game through this. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Scrap, my favorite Pokemon type is Dragon. What's your favorite Pokemon type? Steel. I love Steel type Pokemon. Followed closely, I think, by Psychic, and then Fighting. I think those would be my three main favorites. But Steel types, like, all the Steel types are just super cool. There's maybe, like, one or two that are kind of like, eh. But, like, I love Steel types. I really do. Another reason why Hoenn is probably my favorite region, now that I'm thinking about it, because Steven is a Steel specialist. And he's also my favorite champion. So, just everything about Hoenn is just lining up here. Yeah, I love Steel type Pokemon. I think they're all just, like, super cool. Like, I mean, thinking about it, even some of the, like, lesser ones, they're still pretty cool. Like, I'm trying to think of a bad Steel type right now, and it's hard. Like, the first one that's coming to my mind is Durant, but it's like, even then, that guy's still pretty cool, too. Favorites are Dragon, Steel, and Psychic. Dragon, Steel, and Psychic are a good roundup. Yeah, Dragon types are also really good. I didn't really start like there's a lot of dragons I like, but I don't think I ever had like a true favorite dragon until Generation 6 when Noivern came out. I think that's the first one I looked at. I'm like, yeah, that dragon is one that I want to use all the time. And then like Gen 7 had Komodo, which was pretty awesome as well. A dragon fighting type, solid choice in typing right there. Like, absolutely perfect. And then Gen 8 had Dragapult, which is, like, it's right up there with Noivern for me. Like, Dragapult's just perfect. That's one of the first, like, actual shiny Pokemon I decided to go for. Like, properly hunt. I mean, I was never really a big shiny person. I'm still not. I didn't even check it. Oops. I'm still not a big shiny person, but I figure I'm shiny hunting for these things anyway, because I want to do Ribbon Masters before Pokemon Bank completely shuts down, right? But it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, I'm gonna be shiny hunting anyway. I want my Ribbon Masters to feel special in a certain way. And if I do shiny only Pokemon, or a shiny only run, then Ribbon Master all 6 of those, I think that would hold a lot more weight for me, personally, on an emotional level. So I'm trying new things. I also maybe next week, like I want to try to stream this during the week, right? During weekdays after work and everything, But during the weekends, I want to play, like, actual games. I mean, this is an actual game. But, like, me sitting here and talking and, resetting the game over and over again. I'm not actively playing the game. I'm waiting for the shiny to appear, right? But next weekend, I think I'll have everything I need to finally start streaming Pokemon Coliseum. I've never played Coliseum. It's one that's been on my list forever, and I just have not played it. But I own it now. I own a GameCube. But the only reason I haven't streamed it yet is because this GameCube doesn't have a digital output. You can't even see it on the camera, so I don't know why I'm physically touching it. But I have my GameCube here next to me, and it doesn't have a digital output, so it doesn't have composite cables. It uses AV cables, and the best option for that, to get that upscaled and streamed and looking good and everything, is anywhere between $300 to $800, and that is just not within my budget. But I think I can get a composite cable GameCube pretty soon here, as well as a cheap $20 upscaler that upscales it to 1080p. It doesn't do 4K, but that should be something I can do within the next week, hopefully. Anyway, the GameCube's going to be the harder thing to get. As soon as I get paid this next week, I'm going to be ordering the upscaler, and that should arrive like on Friday. So we'll see where all that goes. Yeah, but I've been wanting to utilize this GameCube for stuff for a while now. Like, I've also been shiny hunting Jirachi. That's one that I have been going for. That's something I need to continue, as well as Mewtwo. I was going for Mewtwo in my Fire Red, so that is also something that I need to do. I got a lot. I got a lot of things I need to do, as well as just the Ribbon Masters in general, which is the main reason I need to beat Coliseum, right? Because there's a ribbon in there for beating Mount Battle. So I need to do all of that. Just a lot of things that I need to just buckle down and focus on doing. And the shiny Bulbasaur is one that I do want to Ribbon Master, because I have a shiny Blaziken, right? So I figure I should have my favorite starter as shiny, as well as my first starter, right? So we'll see where things go. We'll see where things go. I still have no idea what the team is going to look like, though. So that is something that I will figure out as time goes on. At least get like a baseline idea going for it. So we'll see. Random odd question. Have you created your own fan-made Pokemon region before when you were a kid? Oh, yeah. Yeah, multiple times. I probably still have, like, the drawings for it somewhere around here. And, like, I was really into ROM hacking back then. Like, I mean, that's kind of what this channel was built on, right? ROM hacks and everything. And, like, I really wanted to, like, make my own Pokemon game at one point. And I mean, who knows? Maybe one day I will buckle down and just do it, right? But we'll see. I mean, once the Gen 4 hacking tools came out, I did dabble with that for a bit, and I made some a couple of maps. They were very disconnected from each other, but I did make a couple of maps. Just kind of toyed around with it for a little bit. But yeah, no, I probably have the drawing for it somewhere in a box somewhere. It's supposed to have like a couple of islands around it and everything. Like you start on an island and move into the mainland, and it's supposed to be a little more open-ended. Like once you beat Gym 1, then you could go like in 2 different directions, and it's gonna try to figure out level scaling and everything around those lines too. But yeah, that was a long time ago. That was a long time ago. But who knows? Maybe one day I will just kind of buckle down and try to finish that, because I do have ideas. I mean, everybody has ideas, right? But I kind of want to do something at some point, you know? So I guess we'll see. Yeah, I also, speaking of like fan-made regions and stuff, ROM hacks are something I do want to get into eventually. I always kind of write them off, but I'm reaching a point where I'm kind of running out of mainline stuff to do. So starting some ROM hacks might be kind of fun at some point. And that's not going to happen for a while, but like I still have plenty of mainline stuff that I still want to do. But we'll see. Again, it's always a we'll see, right? Like, looks like I'm going to get some rain. But like I did a ROM hack. I streamed a ROM hack a long while ago, called Insurgents. It was all right. It was a little edgy, but it was all right. So I might go back to that at some point, but I guess we'll see. As always, we'll see. Just depends on what I'm feeling, right? Like right now, I'm feeling shiny hunting. I don't know why, but I am. Um, and next week I am going to try to finally push my way through Coliseum, and that's going to be a major project because I've never played those, so that should be very fun. Be very fun. I never played Coliseum or XD. I just didn't own a GameCube growing up, and just never. Once I finally got a Wii, those games just kind of left my mind. I just never bothered trying. But yeah. Anyway, so that should be fun. I hope you made your own mons for your region as well. I have a couple of drafts lying around. Like one of the ones I was drafting anyway. Like it looked terrible. I was not an artist back then. Well, still not. I can doodle decently enough. But yeah, I like one of my first drafts was going to be a dragon fighting type. I remember doing that. There were a couple of others that I don't remember. I think I also wanted to do a ghost fighting type. I liked fighting types a lot back then. But as time goes on, steel type just keeps getting cooler and cooler. I think a ghost fighting was in there. God, I don't remember. It's been a long time. But yeah, I've probably still got some of those drafts over there too. So, like, I have a box with just a bunch of like old notebooks of mine from like high school and whatnot, and well, middle school and high school actually. So I've got a lot of old drafts for things like Pokemon region, old character designs that I came up with. Pokemon designs that I tried messing with at some point. Just fan art in general. None of it's fantastic. None of it's great. But I was a kid. I kind of just put drawing to the wayside after a while. But so yeah, I can draw decently. Question mark. Like I can do line art decently. I can't do like shading or anything that well. And I am trying to learn how to draw. I've got a drawing tablet right here. So that is something I want to also get into. I just keep kind of putting it off. But I kind of just stopped for a while. Personal interests got in the way. Or refusal to accept personal interests got in the way. So, is what it is. And then work, you know, becoming an adult, getting a job, all that stuff. Doesn't really leave time for fun stuff, you know. Excuse me. Same, I also draw as well. My mons are really cool. Love to do fan art of your Pokemon if I can. I mean, if you want to. It just depends on if I can dig out those old designs and stuff. Like, I'm not going to say no. Like, it's up to you. But I would also have to, like, dig out those old designs and everything. And that is, that's a project in and of itself. Oh, I did not mean to save a screenshot there. So, I don't know. Maybe one day. For now, I think my primary goal is just to kind of get streaming off the ground. Like, I have a couple of goals in my life at the moment. One of them is start eating healthier, which I am focusing on. I was eating a lot of takeout for the past several years. My voice is cracking a lot. I just got over being sick. I had like major like swelling and everything in my face. some allergic reaction that I'm not entirely sure of. So my throat's still a little raspy. Because it was like swelling in my face and in my throat. I honestly probably should have gone to the hospital, but I'm still here, so you know, that's a win, I suppose. Whereas, anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, right, eating healthier and everything. Yeah, I'm trying to eat healthier. So I've been ordering those factor meals, like not sponsored or anything. I'm not nearly big enough to get sponsored, but I've been trying those out a lot lately, and they're pretty decent. They're pretty decent. They're low on calories and all that stuff. So it's like I've been losing a little bit of weight. I think I've lost like 5 pounds, so that's good. Not that I'm fat. Like, I mean, look at me. I'm skinny as all get out, but I've got a gut. I mean, you can't see it, but I've got more of a gut than I want, and I kind of want to get rid of that. Kind of just want flat stomach again. I do need to start working out, but that's a smaller issue. Learning to eat right first is my big one at the moment. Streaming is another one that I'm trying to get off the ground. I've been putting it off for years. Last time I streamed, or last time I attempted streaming before this year was all the way back in Sword and Shield era. Like, as soon as Sword and Shield came out, I started trying to stream and everything. And then before that was Sun and Moon. So very inconsistent streams, schedules and everything. But I'm trying to make it more consistent as time goes on. So that's something I'm trying to focus on this year as well. Trying to stream every weekend, at least once every weekend. And then I'm going to try to slowly work my way into weekdays as well. So we'll see where that goes. Trying to keep that up. Another thing was my teeth. Got those fixed, or the front ones in my mouth fixed anyway. Going back in about a month for more work to be done on the back. So that's good. That's good. I'm trying to improve my health overall. What else? What else? Oh, right, art. I'm also working on that. So there's a lot. There's a lot in my life I'm trying to improve. Just need to kind of buckle down and do it. Depression is a little bit of a bitch sometimes, and I'm just trying to get over that. So yeah, try not to let that get in the way. Trying to improve my life as things go on. I recommend everyone else tries to do the same as well, you know? Oh, something I should mention with the counter here is I'm going to be just continuously updating it. Like, after I find a shiny, I'm just going to mark phase 1 complete, and then maybe, like, I'll edit the template or something to have, like, the count under Bulbasaur or something. But then I'm just going to keep going with it. I want to see how many encounters it takes throughout the entirety of the run before I complete it. So every encounter, every wild encounter I have is another tally on the list. I'm expecting this to take a while. But I think by the time I beat Koga, I should be able to have... No, by the time I fight Sabrina, I should have a full team. So I think that'll be the route I take. Because I'm trying to take it slow a little bit. Like, I don't want to stay stuck in the early game for a long time. So I'm trying to give myself incentive to keep moving forward. So if I catch a new Pokemon after I beat each gym leader, I think that'll be the best route for me to take. Oh, there's also my my Pokemon card collection, right? Like, I am trying to update that. I'm trying to get more into it. I have like 3 binders. I'm gonna need a 4th soon. Just because, or maybe even a 5th, just because I'm getting to a point where it's like I'm consolidating everything. I haven't consolidated them in years. So like that is something I want to do. I do have a my pre-order, I think it's completed. I think they charged me for it like recently. And of the next like elite trainer box that's coming out. I was able to get one before the pre-order is closed on the Pokemon Center website. So those are things I'm going to be opening on stream. I recently bought a Zacian tin, so I might open that on stream, like before I start, you know, furthering the shiny hunt. Maybe even while I do it. I don't know. We'll see. The tin should arrive fairly shortly. I don't know when that trainer box is going to arrive, though. So, we'll see on that. I should also mention that I do want to stream more than just Pokemon at some point. Like, Pokemon's great. I love Pokemon. It's like one of my all-time favorite franchises of all time. It's kind of what I built this channel around at one point, right? But I do still want to do more. Like, I've streamed a couple of other things here and there. Like, I've streamed, no stream Portal. Streamed a little bit of World of Warcraft. Probably won't be streaming a lot of WoW, but it is something that I will do from time to time. If I just really want to get, like, if I really want to grind out gear for whatever it is I'm doing at that point, then sure, you know, why not stream, right? But I think for now, I'm just going to focus on this project. Like, for the next week, I guess. I might... One of the weekdays that I stream, I think the weekdays are going to be a little inconsistent as far as streaming goes. Because sometimes I go to work, I go to work, I go home, and I sleep after work. So we'll see where that goes, right? But, I'm going to try to, like, force my way through the beginning section of this game. I don't think we'll find a Bulbasaur for a while. I don't think we'll even find one today, if I'm being 100% honest with you. Maybe tomorrow? It depends on how many I can get through today. It's been 40 minutes. I've gone through 66. It's not terrible. Making decent time here. But I don't know how long I'm going to be streaming today either. So, we'll see. We shall see. Because, like, I am super tired. I'm always tired, though. Like, I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm not, like... I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying. Maybe I'm not doing something right in my life, but I'm always super tired. Like, just very, very tired. But that is another thing I need to do. I need to force myself to stay awake. Gotta stop sleeping in, like, the middle of the day all the time. God, I love this rendition of Sky Tower. It's just so perfect. The baseline was brought out more. Just so perfect. I know I said that at the end, but man, I just love that. I love that version of Sky Tower. Rescue Team DX was a fantastic remake, though. Like, honestly, like, as far as one-to-one remakes go, you have the really good, which is, like, Rescue Team DX. Everything about it was just perfect. Solid. They updated the gameplay in ways that made sense and made it work. And they updated the visuals, like, from the old sprites. The visual upgrade was phenomenal. Like, absolutely perfect. better story direction. I mean, it's the same story, but like, you know, with the introduction of like better cutscenes and everything. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Then on the opposite end, you have the worst of one-to-one remakes, which was Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. A game that really just didn't need to exist. That's another thing I need to do. I have not completed Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. And it's because I've completed Diamond and Pearl so many times that it's like I'm playing the same game again. That's all it felt like. It didn't feel like a fresh take on an old game or anything like that. Didn't feel like there was anything new. It just felt like, yeah, it's Diamond and Pearl again, but it's higher resolution. The sprites are gone. They're replaced with chibi models. The chibi models are also something I just was not a fan of. Me personally, like, that's just an art style choice. That's a nitpick more than anything. But not something I was a fan of. The underground stuff was fun, though. I will say that. I enjoyed the underground. But aside from that, that's like the only thing that was really like better. Aside from the underground being better in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, Platinum is just the way to go. Like, I don't even own Platinum anymore. I need to buy one at some point, but it's just one of those things, right? It's like, don't have the money for it. I can't guarantee that the one I'm buying is a legitimate copy anyway. It's hard to tell with DS games. But, yeah, just, you know, one thing at a time. Yeah, but I did recently buy a lot of Pokemon cards. I'm trying to update my collection more. I've been out of the game for a while, mainly because money's been an issue. And then when I finally started getting back into it, they released Prismatic Evolutions and ruined the market. Looks like the market's leveling out now, so thank God. Like, I don't care about reselling my cards or anything. I just like collecting. I like collecting. I have 3 going on 4 different binders at the very least, right? I have my Pokedex binder, which is just like sorted by Pokedex number, you know, just the entire Pokedex, really. That's all that is. There's just one Pokemon of each from the Pokedex. But then I also have my my type binder, which is like any commons or rares or, you know, anything I've already got in the Pokedex binder goes into the type binder. And I do organize those by Pokedex number as well. But it's like, oh, I've got all my grass ones here. I've got all my fire ones here, darks here, blah blah blah. And then I have like the big binder, right, with all of my like favorite cards in it, which I'm gonna separate. I think I'm gonna make like a trade binder type thing, and also a like a favorite binder, right? Like with all my Lucarios in it, all my Espeons, Blazikins. I recently bought a lot of shiny Dragapult stuff, so that's gonna go into the binder. Pokemon I draw are more alien than other game objects, characters, etc. The original Pokemon, if you're wondering, like my games and aliens Pokemon. Well, I mean, you know, right as you said that, we're listening to some Ultra Beast music. It's a pretty alien Pokemon. I hope you can hear the music. I hope it's also not too loud. Last stream it was way too loud. But it looks like it's going through. Otherwise, it's just been quiet the entire time, and I've just been rambling. No, screw it. Let me check. Let me check. I actually don't hear it. I actually do not hear it at all. Could just be its quiet track, but let me just boost the audio on that. Give me a minute. Let me let that go for a second. Alright, so now let me check the stream. Keep going with this. No, I don't hear it at all. Oops. Oopsie daisies. Well, is what it is. I tried to make it really quiet, so that I didn't have a, Here, let me just restart that, I guess. That way it wasn't, like, overbearing. Like, the last stream I did, it was very overbearing. So let me see here. Bring it up to 40. I'm still testing things. Like I said, I'm still relatively new to streaming and everything. So I'm still trying to kick the tires a little bit, you know. So I'm trying to figure that out. Doesn't seem to want to find it, which is very bizarre because it found it very quickly last time. So let me figure that out. Yeah, doesn't seem to want to find it this time. It's weird. It's weird. Let me put the desktop audio back into the main thing and see how that works. Let me see how that works. Let it start. Let it go for a minute. I see it moving down there, so now let's check. Let's check. Okay. All right. So I did hear it a little bit. It was in there. So let me just do this. Bring this up to, let's say, 45? 45-ish? That should be fine. Pokemon universe my Pokemon live in is called the Huliverse? I don't know how to pronounce that, unfortunately. It's filled with Ultra Beasts and new Pokemon. I think Ultra Beasts are something that they should really expand on. Like, I feel like they should have expanded on it a while ago. Like, just give us more of that, you know? Like, that was cool. Like, it's... Because, like, they're Pokemon, right? But they're also aliens. But they're not aliens because they're, like, just different dimensional beings, sort of. I guess that's a better way to put it. They're very alien in nature. Now, Deoxys, on the other hand. Amruliverse? Amruliverse. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, but Ultra Beasts were super cool. Like... I'm surprised they haven't done anything more like that. Like, just throughout Pokemon's entire run. Like, yeah, Deoxys, but that's really about it. It's like, oh, it's that one's an actual alien, right? Came out of a meteor and everything. So it's like, that's the one time they really delved into that. But, I don't know. I think they should do it again. Do it more often, I guess I should say. first Pokemon I ever drawn is called Puppy, and it looks like a puppy and a mouse. Pretty interesting. Yeah, I don't really know what my first design was, but again, it was a long time ago. Like a long, long time ago. I was a kid back then. 29 years old now, so got one foot in the grave already. It's another reason why I kind of want to like move forward with some stuff is because like I'm getting old. I'm getting really old. And it's like I just want to do something with my life, right? Change regional forms, it goes to different regions. Interesting. Alright. Yeah, regional variants are something I think that Game Freak should do more of as well. Like, I think in the latest game, all we got was Paldean Tauros. We got convergent evolutions, I guess, like or convergent forms, like Wiglet and all that stuff. But I think regional variants are something I'd still want to see more of. Keep clicking yes on that. Nope. Go back down. There we go. That was weird. Counters appeared. For fun, like Pal 1 Poopy would be fire psychic type, yeah. Yeah, different types would be cool as well. Something that can just change its type would be cool. Paldean, gotcha. Yeah, they need to do more fire psychic types. We don't have a whole lot of those. Yeah, we don't have a whole lot of those. We have 3, I think? 3? I think we got 3. Because there's Victini, Delphox, and then there's like something else that I'm forgetting. Fire Psychic's a good typing. Kind of lean back here a little bit. Be at this for a while, so try to get a little more comfortable. Should probably move the camera down a little bit too. Move my keyboard forward so I can press it. Profile picture is also a Pokemon, but with human DNA. Pretty interesting. Kind of like Mewtwo then. Well, I guess manga Mewtwo. It's never really explained in the games or the anime, I guess. For the manga, it was built with human DNA. Discover other planets and realities in the Pokemon universe. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty cool. Kind of like Alola in that case. How you would, you know, go to other planets to the Ultra Wormholes and everything. Just more, like, confined to, like, one universe instead of, like, universe hopping like Alola did. Or dimension hopping, however they want to phrase that. Okay, interesting. Just like space travel and stuff. Go to other worlds and find stuff. But clearly they don't have anything here, so... Yeah, more types or something I think the mainline titles should do eventually as well anyway. Like, I'm surprised we haven't gotten light types yet. I mean, I guess that's what Fairy was supposed to be, but like everyone thought Gen 6 would have light and sound types, right? Which would have been two really cool types to have, but it is what it is. Maybe one day. Maybe one day they'll add those in. But I guess we'll see. Because I think sound type would have been an interesting design. Because then other Pokemon, like, I would say, like Noivern should have gotten sound type, right? Then there's also like Exploud with it as well. Exploud, Loudred, Whismur, that entire line, really. I could say maybe Zubat, but I don't think they would edit that. Maybe something that sings like Jigglypuff would also be sound. Then light type should have been a thing. Especially with Ultra Necrozma, that should have been a light type. They opted in for Psychic, but, like, if they were ever going to introduce light, Alola would have been the place to do it. New Pokemon on different Earth planets? Interesting. Sounds like a very ambitious project. So good luck to you. Good luck to you making that a reality. Hope to see it one day. Who knows? Maybe I'll be playing it in a few years here. It's a support project for Game Freak and Nintendo. I don't want to make it into a game yet until it's approved. I mean, if you ever start working there, you know, good luck. That's a goal. That's like a major goal. If that's like where you want to end up. No, but it sounds interesting. It sounds interesting. $100 encounters in, still no shiny. It's fine. Honestly, didn't expect it within the first 100. Would have been great, but the quickest shiny hunt I've ever had so far in Gen 3 was the shiny Whiscash that I currently have. That took 175 encounters. Got really lucky with that one. Kind of just sunk down into the corner here, so I apologize about that, but my back's kind of killing me. A very old man complaint, I guess, but I don't know, just kind of want to like lean back today. I should move my camera a little further down, like the space my camera records in, or has, the range it has anyway. Like it can get down here, like if I were to move it up a bit, like there we go, that's a little better. Let me just, there we go. That way I'm more in frame. Based on glitch Pokemon? Yeah, seeing more like glitch computerized type stuff would be kind of cool as well. Things like Porygon, for example. And I guess Rotom, but that doesn't really, it's not really a glitch type thing. I'm surprised that they haven't like capitalized on making the whole missing no thing a proper Pokemon yet. But I guess it's better as like fun little just glitch anyway. Probably more fun that way anyway. Would be cool to see them do something like that, like a properly glitchy Pokemon. Like even just a different Porygon version that was kind of glitched. I mean, I know Porygon Z is kind of like glitchy in nature because of how it moves, but like instead of giving it an upgrade disc or something, you give it like a corrupted disc, and it evolves it into something that has like actual glitch particles and stuff. Be kind of cool. I just realized there's an old Coke can box under my bed. Yeah, I've seen a lot of fan games add Missing No into it. So, kind of figured yours might have it in there too, if you had glitch type stuff. I'm just surprised Game Freak themselves haven't capitalized on it yet. I think it'd be something people would be like super excited for. But again, maybe it's just better as a myth. Not a myth, but a glitch, a broken thing. Did I press that twice? Oops. I did. I pressed it twice. Oop. Let me mute that. The missing no from Pokemon Mystery Dungeon plus the missing no glitch. Yeah, that's fair. It's interesting. Kind of like the come PMD2, there was the like code for Arceus in there, but didn't actually make it into the game until Sky. That kind of thing. Oh, that's right. I need to get a better loop for this track. It's kind of the issue with shiny hunting, though. It's like, you kind of just get to a point where it's like, you know, you're just kind of doing the same thing. Type is glitch, and it's rare to find them. I mean, I would hope so. Like a type, I feel like they need to make a type that's just like purely rare like that. Like something that just there isn't a lot of, which I mean, I guess from a technical standpoint, that would be dragon. Because there are very few like actual dragon Pokemon in Pokemon. Like, you know, relatively speaking, right? Is a region full of glitch Pokemon? I mean, if it's full of glitch Pokemon, you can go to one specific location for it. Are they really that rare, though? Or does it only have, like, a couple in there? Ah, okay. Sometimes it like takes a few seconds for the counter to go up, so I always look at it like, did it move? Some familiar glitch Pokemon return. All right. Based off Metroid, as in the alien Metroid in the game. Yeah. Kind of like a weird little jellyfish with a brain in it. Poison Psychic. Poison Psychic is a good type. One of these days. One of these days. See, this is like the problem with this one. If I was doing like regular um, standard encounters, I would have so many more encounters on my list already. Because it wouldn't take like 30 seconds to keep going through and finding them each time. Pseudo the Spore Loss region. Based on Russia. And the game Spore? Okay. Spore and Loss. Gotcha. Take it that's a lot of fungal based stuff. Lots of mushrooms and whatnot. Right, the battle tower is also something I gotta do. See, I need to catch like other Pokemon for the Ribbon Master stuff I'm doing. Creature power when you go through different evolution stages. No, I know like the game and everything, but still, a game like a name like Spore, I expect like fungal type stuff. God, Spore's an old game. I haven't played Spore in a long time. I haven't played that since like, was it the DS? I think I had a DS version, some handheld version. Could have been a PSP, I guess, but I don't even remember. I think it was the DS. I think I had it on the DS. There's also a PC version. Or a console version? God, I don't even remember. That was a long time ago. They should make a new Spore game. I think that'll go over well in today's age. Second best type. Pretty cool. Take it just has like less weaknesses or it's more effective against things. Maybe both. Attacks are more effective on things, but it also has immunities to ghost and sound. Okay. Okay. 1:30. Like other game worlds get connected to Rulerverse. Thanks to portals, you might see your favorite game characters. Ah, gotcha. So it's like a crossover, like Smash Bros. Or something. The Japanican Ekans and Arbok, light and fairy type. Okay. Okay. I can see Arbok being a fairy type. Oop, wrong button. Ah. Resume cartridge. There you go. I should still probably eat something before I really delve into these streams moving forward. I keep not doing that. I get hungry during stream, but I refuse to eat during stream. Based on the old version of Johto, but the Minerals flipped it upside down, turned into a new region. Interesting. Named after Japan and panic because the region also has an alien-like Pokemon trainers. Okay. Yeah, I get you. I zoned out there for a second. Trying to keep my focus, you know? Excuse me. Jeez. Right. I should probably sit up for a second. Forgot, it is 1:30, so I should pull my cards in TCG Pocket. I got everything I needed from all the other sets, so I'm just going to, like... I'm just gonna pull from Shining Revelry until the next set comes out, which is Ultra Beast themed, so that's pretty cool. Don't know if anything in it'll be worth a while, though. That's the problem. Yeah, Shining Revelry. Trying to use both hands at once. Or for two different things, rather. Nothing of value in pack 1. I'm beginning to think God packs are a myth, though. I've never seen one. Yeah, that was also a bad pack. Oh well. What can you do? Got the Charmander from Professor Oak. Rival of Pokemon World is basically the Emeraldverse had passed because of Access wanted his universe to become more realistic, and Amrulix, Reality God, has that power. Make things more realistic, and Arceus wants her power. Okay. Alright. Pokemon have higher stat totals than other Pokemon, like Eternatus. It sounds like there's a lot of overpowered things in this. Okay. Keyboard is messing with your typo. It happens. Autocorrects and everything, right? Also make music for my regions for fun, but I only do it for content for now. I mean, hey, if it ever picks off, right? Might as well have some drafts. Okay. I mean, the Wild and Trainer battle theme should be good. Kind of the one you hear the most in the game, right? Evolves again for the 4th time. It's just odd because it becomes baby again. Basically, that's one of the gimmicks. Okay. I mean, again, it sounds like a lot of things you're talking about are overpowered in this. Going to bed in a bit, but I'm going to have a snack, then go to bed. It's nice chatting to you. Yeah, I'll let you know. You have a good nap. Take it easy. Appreciate you stopping by the way. I know it got kind of quiet there, but kind of just ran out of things to kind of speak about, you know? I'm also tired myself, so I should probably sleep at some point. But no, thanks again for stopping by. Appreciate it. You have a good day. Kind of tired, but I'm also still just trying to push through. You two in the morning, I think I forgot to ask who is your favorite Pokemon character. Mine's Max because he's very fun and interesting in my opinion. I think I'd probably still say Steven. My favorite champion. He's just a cool guy. Cool character. Has a lot of interests. I'd probably still say Steven. Maybe with Scarlet and Violet, Arvin, but I don't know. I'd still probably give it to Steven though. 30 until 200. I'm trying to figure out what the best stopping point for me would be at this point. Cause I'm kind of tired. Kind of gotten quiet. Hasn't really been much to play off of. So we'll see. We'll see where I'm at. I just need to try to force myself to speak. Although I kind of did a lot of talking on the weekend. That doesn't really give me a whole lot of material to work with here. Things I've already talked about. What am I interested in? What are some things I can talk about? I'm kind of talking to myself at this point, so let's think. So I found a mouse recently, right? Like relatively recently, right? I think I've talked about it before, but I recently caught him. He's in a little mouse trap up there. I'm gonna let him go later today. But for now, he's just sitting up there. He's chilling. And he's like tiny too. He's like a little guy. Not that like this big. He's like a small guy. I figure the longer I stream this though, the sooner I'll find it. And I'll be stuck on it for a lot less of a time. We'll say I think I got lucky with my copy of Sapphire though, considering how many shinies I've found in that. But I haven't hit the minimum yet, which is 175. So who knows? Who knows? Maybe it can match the shiny Whiscash I have. Let's see, can we hit it at 175? Not in my bag. Nope, not 175. So let's see. Let's see what else it has to beat. I think my next highest is 375 with Torchic. Yeah, 375. No, 135 was my Whiscash. Not 175. I'm already way past that. Keep saving screenshots by mistake. Just keep fat fingering the main button, the menu button, like for the analog pocket menu button, not the game menu button. Still kind of trying to figure out what I want. So you know what? While I got nothing going on here, while I am all alone in here, let me look it up. Let me look up what I got waiting after Brock. Because that's going to be where I go next, right? I don't remember the route number after Brock, so give me a second. Computer City. Route 3. It is Route 3. I don't know why I thought it was higher than that. No nickname. So let's see what I can find here. Pidgey, Spearow, Nidoran woman, Nidoran man, Jigglypuff, and Mankey. Okay. Not the best choices here. So, I don't really want any of these. So let me take a look at Mount Moon. See what we can find at Mount Moon. Really not a whole lot either. Okay. I wanted a Paris, I guess. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't look like Mount Moon is really going to offer me anything of value here. So let me take a look at Cerulean City. Still no shiny? About Route 4, let me take a look. I could try to go for a Sandshrew. The risk of doing that gives me a Rattata or a Mankey. Or a Spearow. I mean, those aren't bad options. I could probably try for that. Here, I'm gonna grab this one, and then I am going to go to the restroom real quick, because I kinda gotta use the restroom. I'm thinking maybe going for a Sandshrew. I like Sandshrew. Sandshrew is one of the best ground types in my opinion. So let me see what this Bulbasaur is. And if it's anything not shiny. It is not shiny. So I am going to put some text on the screen that says bathroom break. Because I gotta go to the bathroom. Text. Bathroom break. Be back soon. Give it an outline. Give it like 15. Make that black. Hello? Hello? There it goes. There we go. I'll be right back. Hello again. I have returned to find more shiny Bulbasaurs. Because I've found so many already. Oh. Gotta stop doing that. It just wastes time. Like, it only wastes like a second or two, but that adds up, you know? Okay. So Route 4 is looking pretty good. But let me check Route 26? 24? What's above Cerulean City? Yeah, Route 24. So let me check Route 24. What do we got? Okay. So on Route 24, we have Caterpie, Metapod, Weedle, Kakuna, Pidgey, Oddish, Abra, and Bellsprout. Those are awful. Those are awful, awful choices. So, I think we're going to go for a Sandshrew as a second Pokemon. I think that's what I've decided on. Now, whether I find a Sandshrew, that is up in the air. Because it looks like our other options that exist are going to be Rattata, Spearow, and Mankey. Honestly, those are all pretty solid options. The Rattata might be the worst option on the list, sure. Spearow's pretty good, though. Having a flyer is not a bad idea. And Mankey, I already said a fighting type might be pretty cool. It's only got a 5% chance to appear, but, you know, maybe. Oh, excuse me, jeez. So we'll see. Now that seems like a decent lineup. See, that's kind of what I'm working with here. I'm working to try to find what would be good options. See, and I'm still, like, I need a water type, right? So, my two primary options here, I think, are going to be Vaporeon, which would be another static encounter, and having an Eevee on the team is always something a lot of people do. Or, I could try to fish. I could try to find a Staryu instead. I think having a shiny Staryu would be pretty cool. But then I could also run into, like, I mean, Horsey's in there. I think that's one of them. But then I could run into a shiny Gyarados, and I really don't want a shiny Gyarados. Kind of want to avoid. That's another reason people always do Heart Gold and Soul Silver, actually, because you get a free shiny Gyarados. The most I've ever seen out of a challenge like this is Heart Gold and Soul Silver, because you can tell which shiny you're getting at the start. You have 3 options to choose from. You can just run with whatever. And then you get the shiny Gyarados for free. So it's like, not really the greatest. You know what I mean? Been 2 hours though. Two hours, 191 encounters. Probably should have stopped the timer when I went to the restroom, but it is what it is. Counts under the time, I guess. Oh, I already picked it up. My bad. Was not paying attention. Gotta stop getting distracted. Gotta lock in, as the children say nowadays. Got to try to get the Bulbasaur so that I can play the game. And again, I will play up to Brock. We'll play up to Brock. I mean, I will beat Brock, so I'll play up to after Brock, and then I get through. God, I'm gonna go through the entirety of Mount Moon with one Pokemon. Okay. I mean, that's not ideal, but it'll make things a little easier, maybe. Because then by the time we're out of Mount Moon, then my Bulbasaur will be like level 20-ish. Should make Misty a cakewalk. My teeth still feel weird. I wonder when that's gonna go away. But yeah. So I'm honestly looking at the list, and I think the next Pokemon's gonna be a Sandshrew. Maybe not the most ideal, but that's gonna be what I try for anyway. I could end up with a Mankey, a Spearow, or a Rattata. Those are all solid options. I think the worst of those would probably be the Rattata. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I actually need to find the Bulbasaur first, so I can get out of Pallet Town, go beat Brock, and then go through Mount Moon. But still, that should be next. I still only have one Fire and LeafGreen track in my music list, and it's this one. 201 encounters. We're getting there. We're getting up there. Slowly, but surely. Still well under odds. So we'll see how things go. Tracking every single encounter after this though, that's gonna be tough. I also, like, now that I'm thinking about it, one thing I'm also trying to avoid, excuse me by the way, I'm having like acid reflux problems today. I don't want to do any RNG manipulation for this because it's like it's not cheating, right? But it does kind of take away from what I'm trying to do here. So I'm trying to see how long it would take, right? I'm trying to see how long it would take, how many encounters it would take, so on and so forth, right? So I feel like RNG manipulation just kind of takes away from that specifically, which is something I need to work with. Here, I'm sitting up now. I might as well move the camera back down a little bit. Well, I mean, this is a little better. I fill up more of the screen, I guess. So I'll leave it like this. I will unplug this, though. I don't need that plugged in anymore. No, wait, I need that. Hold up. I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna need that Bulbasaur, please. Really does look like it's gonna rain. We didn't have any rain on the forecast, but I mean, I'll take it. I'll never say no to some rain. Yeah, the other day, like, or the other days, I guess, with like 48 hours straight of rain, had like tornado warnings going off and everything. And whenever I hear those sirens go off, I immediately grab my cat carrier so I can shove my cat in there and then take him downstairs. Also, if there's like any Pokemon that anyone thinks would be good to shiny hunt for in this, I'm all for it. I'm all for suggestions. Right now, I think Route 4 is going to be the best second spot to go for. So, I'm going to do that. Yeah. So, next I'm going to look for a Sandshrew after this. Not like directly, like once I get to Route 4, obviously. But if I end up with something else, great. If I don't, whatever. But like some other good types that I'll need to go for. Like I need a water type, obviously. I'm still debating if I want a Vaporeon or if I want something more unique. So I guess we'll see on that. But I'm open to suggestions. I'm trying to avoid static encounters as much as possible. So maybe none of the like the legendary birds or what do you call it? Snorlax. That's a static encounter. Yeah, I don't know. You know, Gengar might be a good option. Shiny hunting a Gengar might be fun. Well, I say fun, but that could be one to go for. As long as I go for a water type after Erica. Well, I guess I could wait till after Koga. Because after Koga, the entire region except for Cinnabar Island is fully figured out. Or fully open, rather, I guess. That'd be the best way to put it. Oops. My bad. Also need to remember to grab the bike voucher. That's important. I have to run around in grass all the time, then having that voucher would go a very, very long way. Actually, wait, hold on. I forgot about Route 26? 25? Give me a moment. Let me take a peek here. Okay, yeah, there's nothing better there. It's all the same as Route 24. Except there's a Venonat on there. Well, that's the yellow version. Hold on. Fire and LeafGreen. Oh yeah, there's nothing new. Nothing at all. Not even worth trying. I don't want a Bellsprout. It sounds horrible. Well, I mean, Victory Bell's not bad. I like Victory Bell. But I already have a Grass Poison, so I don't need another one. You come here. There we go. Let's pull that a little closer. Don't have to reach as far. Tired. Tired, tired, tired. Actually, don't feel like I'm making that good progress right now. I think I've slowed down. See, Wind Waker. Wind Waker's a game I still want to play. I still have the Wii U completely set up. I just decided not to play it. So maybe if I can't get Coliseum up and running by next weekend, I'll do Wind Waker instead. That sounds like it might be a plan. Though I should be able to get it up and running. Just depends on the GameCube. My brother says he has one with a digital output, but as long as he has the composite cables, I should be good to go. But if not, then I'm screwed. So, we'll see. I also do kind of want to buy another analog pocket. Like, I like this one a lot, and I take it everywhere I go, even if I don't use it. I kind of need one just for home, though. So maybe when they release their next line of things, I might buy another one. I've also debated buying a white one. Just haven't really pulled the trigger on that yet. See, but weekends I am definitely going to be using for other things, not just shiny hunting after this weekend. I just need to, I need to start streaming during the weekdays. Like, just after work. Even if it's just like an hour. So that's where this is going to mainly live. And things like shiny hunting Jirachi and the Mewtwo and all that stuff. Is Vulpix in this game? Or is that Fire Red? I don't remember. Did Fire Red get Growlithe, or did they get Vulpix? Here. Sitting up. Okay. Alright, chill out, keyboard. Ugh. Capital V, Vulpix. I think I passed over the location data. Oh yeah, I did. Okay, alright, so Vulpix is on the table. I figured it was. I use Vulpix a lot. Maybe I'll go with Vulpix. Where do I find Vulpix? Routes 7 and 8. No, I didn't want to click a route. I wanted to click Route 7. Jeez. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Right next to Celadon. So... maybe that will be the one I look for after... what's it called? Lieutenant Surge? But then I run into the issue, yeah, 10% chance to find it. That just might not be worth it. It's also a fire type. I don't feel like fire types are that useful in Kanto. Some floating stuff outside. Like pollen or something. I don't know. Shiny Vulpix would be kind of cool though. That might be something I try to hunt at some point. Maybe not now, but at some point. Shiny Ninetales, I guess, would be a better way to phrase that. I like Ninetales. I like foxes. I think those are pretty cool. Whoops. It would be amazing if I could find it today. I doubt it's gonna happen though. For now I'm just chilling though. Just a lazy Saturday. I need more lazy Saturdays in my life, to be honest with you. Just gotta do more in general though. You know, work and all that, right? Life gets in the way of all the fun stuff. The water type is still tripping me up, though. It's like, do I just go with the Eevee? Right? Because I like Vaporeon. Having a shiny Vaporeon wouldn't be too bad. I do prefer regular Vaporeon over it, but it's one of those things, right? But shiny Starmie might also be something worth trying for. I also haven't used a Cloyster in forever. So if I do run into a shiny Shelder, that wouldn't be so bad. There's always the chance of running into a Gyarados too. And I don't want a shiny Gyarados. If I can avoid a shiny Gyarados, that'd be fantastic. But we'll see. I'm getting ahead of myself here, but there's not much else to, like, you know, really get in front of right now. Just waiting for the Bulbasaur to be lime green. As soon as it is, though, as soon as it is, I will be happy. Just give me that sprite-colored boy. Oops. I just realized the title says, but I can use shiny Pokemon, not I can only use shiny Pokemon. So let me edit that. Man, let me just fix that up. Alright. Old man. Old man sitting up in a chair. I can only, big ol' caps, save that. Only 2.5 hours late, noticing that little mistake, but whatever. Whatever. Oops. My bad. Almost at 250 though. I'd say we made a good dent today. I'm not done. I'm not anywhere near done. Well, I won't go that far. But we're making a good dent. Making a good dent in the count here. The number is definitely going up. It's going to continue to go up for the rest of time. Because at this rate, you know, I mean, if you count the other 4,300 I had for a shiny Bulbasaur, then we're pretty far in. We're pretty far in. As far as this count in particular goes for this specific challenge run, yeah, it's a little low still. So I guess we'll see. It's probably why I'm a little more fatigued than I should be. Because I've done this one for a while. Yeah. Sorry, I had a bit of an ear itch. I may call it at 3 hours. Maybe just 300. I don't know, we'll see. We shall see. Saying that a lot today. Realize my knees are in the shot. Probably shouldn't have that. Probably should not have my knees all up in there. My ugly little knees. Just the way I sit, I guess. Thought I was one ahead. My bad. Where is that lemon lime Bulbasaur? Kinda need him. Or her. Doesn't matter. I'm good with either. Let's sit up. Let's get the blood flowing a little bit. We'll find it. We'll find it one day. The only way it won't get found is if we quit. That's it. It's the only way. Seeds. I think I'm gonna call in like 10 minutes here. kind of have things to say. No one's really here right now. So it's just one of those things where it's like, yeah, I should probably call it. Hungry. Hungry. Haven't eaten anything. A little tired. Then again, I'm always a little tired, so is what it is, I suppose. I mean, unless we find the Bulbasaur within the next, like, 10 minutes or so, and then, you know, I'll continue. I'll play the game, right? But I doubt it, right? Like, there's no way. 20 encounters. I think I can get through 20 encounters in the next 9 minutes. 21 encounters, my bad. It'll be close enough. I think regardless, I'll just level it out at 300. End it on a nice, even number. What's up? What's up, stupid? Come here. okay? Yeah, you're fine. Don't know why I did that. I'm just getting fatigued. Excuse me. Jeez. 3 more. 3 more. Try and get myself awake. Will I get it on number 300? Just over the 3-hour mark? We'll see. We shall see. Nope. Not today. So I'm going to call it there for today. Pause. There we go. Alright, so for those of you who did stop by, thank you all for joining. Do appreciate it. I will be streaming this again tomorrow. Trying to get through as much of the... just trying to find it, you know. Trying to find it so I can continue with this little project of mine, right? But yeah, aside from that, I will see you tomorrow.